Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my video review for the next release of DC direct to Blu-ray, direct to DVD movies. This one is another Batman movie. It is called Son of Batman. Alright, good stuff. So I've been doing reviews for pretty much every single one of these. Going to continue to go ahead and review them as they release because I really enjoy them a lot. We don't get high quality DC cartoons these days that are of this level. Instead, we have things like, Beware the Batman. Not that that's bad. I don't dislike Beware the Batman. I think it's okay. But I personally prefer this type of animation style like we see in Son of Batman. It looks something like, I want to say, a mixture of the old Batman cartoons like Justice League, the animated series, New Adventures, combined with anime, and it looks really good. It looks really clean, and like, for example, the way they draw Talia al Ghul is very anime inspired, it seems. Ra's al Ghul, very anime inspired. Batman and Damian, they just have really cool designs that I think they look somewhat close to what they looked like in the graphic novel, Grant Morrison's, Batman and Robin. Of course, before that there was, Son of Batman. Now, I personally haven't read through those, so I didn't know that much about Damian Wayne aside from what I kind of read online. And this movie is sort of like his movie, even though it is a Batman movie, like Batman title, of course. The son of Batman. It's really about Damian. This movie is really about him. Kind of similar to, I believe we had Superman, Batman, Doomsday, I think it was called, something like that. One of those, I think it was Doomsday, where it focused mostly on Supergirl, mostly on Kara. This is kind of similar, even though you have Batman, of course, in there, and obviously it's his son, so he's a big part of the story. We've seen so many different Batman movies at this point now. This one in particular doesn't really concentrate that much on him. It concentrates a lot more on Damian. It concentrates sort of on Batman's relationship with him and them just kind of getting to know each other, meeting each other for the first time. Talia revealing to him that he has a son and that his son's a little badass, basically. he's like an assassin for the League of Shadows, essentially, under Ra's. And now I'll give you a few things about the plot, but I'm not going to ruin the whole thing. I'm not going to go through it all. So don't worry, minor spoilers here. Basically, the overall plot is, and you can gather this from the trailer, Talia introduces Bruce to Damian, of course. He kind of finds out he's got a son. So afterwards, basically, he takes him under his wing as like Robin, and essentially tries to turn him into a good guy, because basically he's just this little badass dude that has been taught to kill his enemies, essentially live by the sword, die by the sword. That's what he does. And basically Deathstroke has attacked Ra's al Ghul, who is his grandfather, of course, because Talia is his mother, and he wants to get back at Deathstroke for what happens with that. So he essentially wants to find him and kill him, and that's mostly what is the overall plot of this movie. So it's very concentrated on Damian, and it's quite a bit of fun. We also see Nightwing, Dick Grayson, of course, grown up, and it's kind of funny to see him interact with Damian. And Damian's a tough little dude. Like, there's a part where they get into a quick little fight, and even adult Dick Grayson, adult Nightwing, doesn't have an easy time with Damian. When they show him afterwards, he's got cuts all over him. His suit's all cut and everything because Damian had his sword, of course, and he's really good. Like, there's parts where Damian will fight against some really tough opponents, some big guys, like big thug type characters, and he'll smoke them, and then Bruce will have to basically convince him not to kill these people when he's kind of searching for Deathstroke, and that type of thing. So I don't want to give away too many other things about the plot, but there are some really fun things in here that we get to see with Damian. There's some fun lines from him, and just the way he acts is really funny, because it's kind of like, and even Alfred kind of hints at it, that he's like this little Bruce, essentially, that's been already trained to kill and master the sword. And now a little bit, it's a little bit imaginative. Of course, it's a comic book, of course, but it is a little bit imaginative because in some parts you'll have Damien where he'll, take down a guy that's like a huge guy, like 200, 300, 250, 350 pounds, humongous guy. And I mean, it's comic booky, that a kid, because he's really young and stuff. If you look at the Google images, you'll see he's just a kid basically, and he'll be able to take him down. But so that's a little bit imaginative that you would have a kid, even if it's Bruce Wayne's son, even if it's Batman's son. At that age, being able to take one-on-one against some of these, guys, it doesn't really make sense, I'd say. But of course, it's a comic book, so it's not all supposed to be that realistic. Killer Croc is huge, and Batman beats him how many times? That type of thing. So there's also some other cool villains in this as well too. Some kind of Man-Bat mutation type villains, which are fun to see. And all in all, if you like Damian Wayne, I think you'll really like this one. I can't really compare it to the books because, like I said, I haven't read through the books on Damian. I just basically know of him. I know who he is. And he's a fun, different type of Robin. He's certainly a lot different from the others we've had in the past. Jason Todd has some similarities with him, I want to say. Some. But because he's Batman's son, I think he's a lot cooler than Jason Todd. A lot of people hated Jason Todd, which is, of course, if you remember what happened to him with the Joker. So to give this one a rating, I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10 for a DC animated movie. It's not the best Batman one we've seen. It's not as good, I'd say, as Under the Red Hood. It's not as good as The Dark Knight Returns, of course. Some of the other, it's on the same scale as a lot of the other ones, but it really depends because it doesn't feel so much of like a Batman movie. It feels more like almost like a character spotlight or character character study on Damian Wayne, basically, with Batman in there, of course, helping transform him and develop him into a hero when he starts out as an assassin. I don't want to say villain, but assassin. So not a bad movie, not a bad DC animated movie. Pretty good. If you guys like Batman, if you like, if that idea of a story intrigues you to see what Batman's son would be like, I would say definitely check it out. It is quite a bit of fun. The animation's great, the action's awesome, and as always, these don't disappoint. They've been very good the last couple of years. I enjoy them heavily. So if you guys saw it, let me know what you thought about it. If you're going to check it out, it's released I think May 6th. Yeah, May 6th on Blu-ray DVD, so you can buy it then. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, as always, saying peace.